Not exactly my area of expertise.
This will not do!
That's it! Lava beyond seek.
Your efforts for some improvement.
You ask too much.
Lava beyond seek.
That looks complicated.
Where's Ishi? Happy to oblige.
Behold me, mother!
Some improvement. Exceeds all.
I hope nobody saw that. Lava beyond seek.
No, exceeds all.
Take this.
Happy to oblige.
Lava
Nice hit.
beyond seek.
Let's go.
No, exceeds all. I think that's beyond me.
How may I help?
What can I do you for?
What's that? Everything hurts.
Happy to oblige.
After him! That looks complicated. get this at all. There was a Dawnstar settlement. Place got trampled just the same. This is Wide Wen all over again. Only now we know it really is Aethys behind it. I'll tell you one thing. When we catch up to that unstoppable god statue, me and him are gonna have words. Lava better be alright.
Our green friend walks with a heavy stride. Akara, we should check on the lighthouse west of here.
You're about to mix.
Shut the door, quick, before the Naga get in. Of course it will. This place is a product of the finest Rawatayan engineering, built to weather anything. Nothing's getting through.
Folks that saw Wide Wen on the field of battle, ones that lived, used to get rounded up looking like this. Some got reassigned, but most they said.
Wait, you're not the reinforcements. There are supposed to be reinforcements.
So, was this destruction the work of the Valians? Or maybe a trick of the Wada Queen?
As if Onakaza could flood outsider lands with serpents and gods.
Do not play coy with me about Huana treachery.
The first thing was the Colossus. It showed up a few days ago, a week ago, I can't be sure. But it was huge. Glowed like luminous Audra. That monster that killed our people?
I suppose he does look like a monster from down here.
I told you, Zahira. The Godhammer scrambled their god, and now he's taking his revenge.
Our gods are above petty motivations like revenge. No, Gon's got a bigger plan for you and me.
It's no coincidence your Aethys shows up just as Latharn storms out.
The Colossus was coming right for us. Fleetmaster Ko ordered the gunhawks and cannoneers to take up positions. They fought. The rest of us were sent below. I heard cannon blasts, artillery fire, felt the world shake. Then the water started coming in. We came back up, and the others were... I don't know. And the Colossus was walking away. The fort was flooding, where it had broken our walls, and the luminous Audra in the lighthouse had gone dark. On the western side of the fort, it's a true marvel,
Proof we can tame and transform this place, once we get rid of this.
The Naga.
They skulked in after, once our walls were down. Those of us who were left fought. But those cowards moved through the sunken hallways, ambushed us from below. When the Hazanui's reinforcements get here, we'll strike back.
And build our walls back up so nothing gets through. And double our cannons, so we can destroy that Colossus if it ever comes back.
Dawn stars.
Fleetmaster Co. hired them to tend the fields that supply the mainland, but they started acting strange, dreaming strange.
You mean dreaming of things to come?
One of them, Latharan, had a row with the Fleetmaster over it, left angry just before the Colossus showed up.
I think their praying called it here, getting back at us for the Godhammer. Even if not, they definitely know something.
Spitting at our god? You ought to fear for the future of your soul.
Is there anything else? The finest cannons and bombards in the archipelago. Why, you can barely walk the ramparts without... There's still one. There must be one. They can't all have been destroyed. But you'll need a trained artillerist to aim it. Zahira, assistant quartermaster. Don't go back out there. You'll be safe here until we...
Just stay away from the water. Damn scale bellies are hiding.
Sometimes you can see them, if you look carefully.
Why not?
Wait, look there.
Of course.
Worth and rough.
Sick! Arctic worth and...
This I cannot do.
Hit me again?
This I cannot do.
Lava beyond sick.
Worth and rough.
Nice hit work.
Beyond sick.
You have my next time a challenge.
Show me where to bite.
Oh? How may I help?
Yes?
Ixiana!
Oh, hell!
You need something? Worth and rough! Yes, Captain.
Real
Naturally.
quiet now.
We're not alone.
For my captain!
Be on sync.
Worth and rough!
Let's do this. Got it.
Hey, watch it with that.
Is there anything else? Ammunition? We keep lots of ammunition. Get new shipments.
Not for the bombard. Fleetmaster Ko fired it all at the Colossus.
Maybe Imuro had some. In his workshop, he was making these new explosive...
Kara, but you did not come to mine the reef.
Anyway, you should check, just in case. Imuro's workshop was by the northern gate.
I smell conflict.
After him. Be on sync.
Yes, Captain.
I am the Alpha Predator.
Kara, it is no problem. You need something.
Be on sync.
At your service. No need to ask twice.
Sure. Yeah.
Easy on us.
Yeah, no problem.
Love Arctic, worse than rock.
Easy on us.
Hey, watch it with that order's too tall.
We're dropping like flies.
Yours to command. Captain.
Lavaru beyond sick.
It will be so.
Hey, watch out.
After him!
Worse than rough.
Mow it. Easy on us.
Not exactly my area of expertise. Yes? Let's do this.
Arctic, Lavaru beyond sick.
Hey, watch it with that.
Beyond sick.
I shall.
Something I can do? Hmm? Yeah? Yeah?
What is this? Come closer. Away. The striped fiends profane the island, endlessly burrowing, building. They bury the Adra under stone. Sugan says we must find a way in. Sugan, speaker for the gods. Grandfather to many. He leads us. The fiends gather at the walls, searching too. It is too dark. I will lose my Stay a little longer. No, not dead. Still searching. A way, I said. A glowing, shining way. The way glows. Like an eye will follow the way, I think. But then, I see another glowing thing. This... Now, there is no way and no light. The way I am searching for a...
Well, don't see why not. Keeping an eye out.
I taste his fear. Open, open.
Trouble up ahead. Yeah?
Eh?
Got it. What do you need? Hey.
Let's go.
You ask too much.
Be on seek.
Ixie honor.
You like that?
Sure. Something I can do?
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you? Of course. What else? Slowly, Aimuro. Can't expect them to know if you don't tell them. I'm writing it all down. My research, my work, something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Naga warband. Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do. Only one. Just a prototype. In that, you're welcome to it. I only ask that you compile notes on the blast radius, detonation temperature, smoke formation, debris trajectory. What didn't? A colossus made of Adra marched through the fort, grew bright like luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible. Then the Naga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds. Dawnstar fellow. Arrived yesterday? Last week? Complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave.
He's gotta be acting on his dreams, trying to help our god.
Do you need something? If how indeed. Naga everywhere. Suppose your best chance will be up along the walls, west and better perhaps to keep going south, around the edge of the fort, through Fleet Master Ko's office. More safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others... I must see that my work survives.
Leave it to me.
I trust you.
real quiet now. Dimming the lantern.
Whoa, whoa, look. Nice hit. Lava beyond seek. Take it. Lava beyond seek.
Yeah. That would be a no. Moe Ixie honor. What can I do you for?
Let's do this. Do it again and I'm taking it away. Lava beyond seek.
Sure.
Slippery as an eel.
We're not alone.
How may I help?
Arthik worth and rough. Ulu Sen. After him. Be on seat.
Indeed. Down.
The sea-striped fiends send you to uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers. Fool! See what the impiety of the sea-striped... The sand-striped shufflers know better. But you others come. Smooth-toned or furred or sea-striped now. Foreign ones dig at these roots. And the Deep Hunter is with us no more. Now, the gods return to rain their punishment on these islands. Again. The defender of the isles, the guardian of tides. Once, it lived among us. In all bright, quiet places, where shufflers did not go. But then, more came from distant lands. First few, then many. Now, our Deep Hunter is gone. That shufflers must not disturb these roots, or the gods will Do your stories say nothing of the many disasters? Of the shuffler nests washed away like foam?
Wherever we sail, the beaches and spires of lost Ukaizo travel with us.
Many generations ago, the sand-striped ones built great hives across the islands, and bastions around the Adra roots. Their ancestors, yes. Their meddling displeased the gods, so the gods smashed their works with heaving volcanoes and crashing waves. You shufflers are beasts of habit. You do not learn. You do not change. You cast off your sheddings by night, only to put them back on at daybreak. You wrap yourself in filthy, worn-out things. Our ancestors hid deep where the waters quenched the fires and muffled the storms. They remembered while shufflers scattered. Now, the shufflers build again. The gods see. They will tear them all down. If your fat tongue speaks true, then give us proof. I tell you, thick tongues lie. Forked tongues do not. If what you say is true, then surely you can speak with the dead. I will believe your words, only if I hear them from the top.
Sugan, I found the way.
Yes? You died. We saw.
The way became dark, but this one brought light.
We will kill the shuffler and free your soul, Yanis.
Do old scales cloud your eyes? The shuffler glows like the God Walker. He will open the way.
The gods give you power. Approach. Restore the blessing.
As your hand touches the dim Audra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Maj. For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You're standing at Aethys' shoulder. Your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form. Energy pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Audra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied.
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? There was no malice in that act. It was a coincidence of time, place, and necessity. I am sorry for what I did, but it was done for the hope of a better future. I hoped only to explain, not to pacify you, not to pardon my actions. Can you be pacified, or is revenge your goal? To take a full tally of the damage I have done, one would have to stretch their gaze hundreds of lifetimes before yours, Watcher. I cannot undo what I have done, but perhaps I can help make a better future for us.
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost soul.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade. You know the gods' true nature. Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Aora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most. And after we are finished here, I'm certain they will call for you at the hour of their choosing. Won't they, Watcher? Yes, I will tell you. But this is not the time. As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker. And I have already tarried too long. Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world. I will do my best. Do yours, Watcher.
The edges of Aethys' massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the
If you would know more, Find me at the Ashen Maw in Margaren's Teeth. I must rest there before I begin my final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow. Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting. Even before it contacts, the energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten, and then the tether and cord snap. Aethys's figure of heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Audra Pillar's presence cuts off.
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people.
Good neighbors, I say. As long as we do not cross paths in mating season.
But then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere. We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out, that driving them away was a holy mission. You have never fought to defend something. Very fortunate. We must go. I know not what this means. You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this. And for your mercy.
I thought Aethys was too busy kicking over islands to blunt his teeth with mortal. What say? You must take something from all this idle chatter with the gods. And you knew things he did not. Ah, for what does he listen to you then? The gods I know are tight of lip and hard of hearing. I could not imagine the inner workings of a god. But then, I am not meant to. It is for mortals to flail in the darkness, I say, while gods point us toward light. To be worshipped, to have others interpret your design. It is not fair, I say, for what should a god worry about such cares, when theirs is the hand on the tiller? Were I a god? Kara, such a question. My heart is full, but I do not share it with the world lightly. Maybe in time. At least Aethys has you to keep him in check. What happens when we catch up to him is something for future.
Scratch under the wet clay of any artist and you hatch a lifetime of fear and doubt. My boy doesn't fear the gods. He only fears what he'll compromise by living up to his potential. But isn't it easier to let sculptures represent you? Poor thing. Nothing he does could disappoint me. But that is a mother's prerogative.
Yeah, no problem.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
This luminous Audra ought to be able to take my soul's watcher. What do you say? Get ready to witness the feat of a lifetime, Watcher. I'm about to do God's good work to single-handedly... Then keep your eyes peeled, because it's gonna happen fast as a fire beetle flash. The Audra will snatch them right quick once I conjure the light. I swear to the gods, I'm trying! Ugh, son of a god's darn motherless cur! That hurt worse than hell. And I only gotta do it again and again on cycle until the day I die? I never did want to take the easy route. I'll keep reaping more souls then. Do my duty till I fall to dirt and bones. Never you worry, though. I'll thank you for finding me a way to handle my burden. Even if it does involve the occasional... Darn if I don't feel so light I could float away. Never felt anything so painful in my whole life. I don't know if this is what Gon planned for me, but I'd like to think we're bringing light to the darkness. Ensuring spring fall...
That's right. Keep slithering.
As much as I like pretending nothing happened, perhaps we should talk about...
I have known priests to go mad from too much incense, but speaking with a god has not left such a...
If you got something to tell us...
You don't look like you're gonna be sick this time, so I take it that's a good sign?
For what does Aethys keep walking away in the middle of a conversation? Where does he go next? The jawline of the Northeastern Sea. Treacherous.
All right then, let's do...
Scale-bellied cowards! I knew they'd run! Look at our beacon. Even the Colossus couldn't destroy it. And those snakes aren't so tough now, are they? Of course. We'll rebuild bigger and better, with reinforced walls and The Hansanui will want to thank you personally for your help here. And she should also know what we're up against. She's usually at the Brass Citadel in Nekataka, though she gets called to the palace often, haggling with the Queen and the Valiant. Looking for a real challenge after what you did to those scale bellies? The only thing I know about the place is it's supposedly made of fire, and no one's ever come back. But anything can be over clear skies.
Light of Aethys be upon you, neighbor. Are you looking for survivors?
A short lady, about my age. Came from, let's see, freckles, braids, usually. Punches you in the arm if she likes you, face if not. Oh, and that's if you're lucky.
No, that doesn't sound like anyone.
You gotta be her son. Got her nose and her freckles. You don't have to lie to me, kid. I'm a friend. She hiding from someone? Maybe an ex-lover who gave her the best night of her life?
No,
forget it. Just tell me something. Your father, you know him?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Lions, bats, and Orleans, to name a few.
Yes, I knew my father when I was very young. He was a man of strong faith.
Have to be. You get a lava mad, you need a god on your side for protection.
He was lost to us during the purges, which was how we came to flee here.
So you met him. Well, that's great. You had a dad. Where's your mother now? Got a lot of catching up to do.
My mother is with Aethys. Yes, he walks among us once again, enlisting faithful soldiers. She passed the veil a few years ago. A fluke. It's possible her soul has taken a new body by now, but if she was truly blessed, she marches instead beside the Shining God.
You lied to us. Said you didn't know her. Expect me to believe this now? Well, he hides his grief pretty well, doesn't he?
I'm not lying. She's buried on the other side of that hill.
How could she be gone?
Don't be troubled by her passing. All souls that march with Aethys receive his warmth and light. You can't build on broken foundations. Real change needs destruction. I trust my God knows better than I do. He knows truths I'll never learn.
You got that right.
I was once lost. I struggled as you do now. But the partisans of the lighted, what greater honor than to march in his vanguard? We began as children of the Dawnstars, separated from each other as we questioned our purpose. But then Aethys granted a vision to Gadarian Bosch. Bosch saw an illuminated path lighten the way through a black abyss, and he saw Aethys marching on the path, and Aethys bade him to march alongside.
Not quite how I've been seeing it, but everyone's open to their own interpretations.
And the Shining God told Gadarian Bosch to gather an army of the God's truest followers, and to prepare to lead it into battle.
You'd think after getting blown up, he'd slow down on the battling.
It'll be a great journey, but we're prepared. Gadarian Bosch knows the way. Aethys himself has appeared in Deadfire in the form Gadarian Bosch foretold. That's more proof than any of his faithful could ever ask. What fortune to be given this opportunity, to know our God in the living world. Gadarian Bosch warned us. Those outside the partisans may ridicule us and test especially our old families and others close to them. We've learned it's best to keep to ourselves and those with open minds, which relations and friends mostly aren't. We don't know the end of, but to the faithful, shouldn't matter.
We can go. Hey, kid. What was your name again?
Bairn.
Right. This lighted path fellow, Bosch, there's some way I can meet him?
He's usually on the move, rallying followers. But the partisans of the lighted path often gather in the Temple of Aethys. I am soon to go there myself. There's an adherent there, Ogna, who initiates new partisans. Aethys needs able soldiers. Even in their elder, you should consider what Ogna has to say. It might speak to you. Farewell.
You must gather your party before venturing. You blink and find yourself standing in the knee-high grass. Then, the earth falls away.
Watcher.
The voice of the Pallid Knight shakes the earth at your... You have returned to Bareth's realm. Your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the god of death. You can't be certain, but you think you might see the barest hint of a smile tugging at the edges of the Pallid Knight's lips.
Once again, you have spoken with the Child of Light. Tell me what you have learned. My patience is not infinite, and your soul is but one breath in a hurricane that I control.
She closes the gap between you in a blink. This near, you realize the god of death has a smell. Like dust and oak.
Every time you defy me, I grow further inclined to disassemble your soul and scatter your essence to the farthest corners of the beyond once the task I have assigned you is complete. So have a care, Watcher. Intriguing.
The Pallid Knight stares past you, pensive.
While attend. Tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends. In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you. In the space beside Bareth, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous...
Here we are.
A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan. They are well.
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages, and we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Amawa's grin, and the...
Some things must be lost to be found again. You knew that once, when you buried my scroll beneath the earth in Black Meadow. But it seems you have forgotten. We have read the book of your life, Watcher. It is heavy with the weight of your choices, and its pages are not unmarred by the blood of others. You read, but on a smaller scale. We see between the strings of the world, and Eothas is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings. What tune he plays, we do not know. It is complex.
A man strides through the door to Bareth's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues. And Galawain, the changeling, arrives. And he brings with him the wild heart of Eora's untamed places. Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the top. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
Eothas is nothing if not resourceful. I admire...
In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves, and the rush of...
No, he is a creature of the pack, left long alone. Without our strength behind him, he is... If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy.
Eothas does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
The doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm slam open, warped pieces of ancient armor, and the remnants of finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder. A man forged in metal stands before you. Twin flames ignite. He walks forward. With each halting, jerky step...
We should destroy Eothas, that we might reforge him into something new. He could be a weapon that all of us might...
Abaddon's words carry the heat of the forge. Behind them...
Abaddon speaks with wisdom. He violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my... I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Mogren would stir the earth beneath Mogren's teeth.
The water at your feet recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from the guts of the Mogren returns.
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Eora, I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him, but I will bear down upon Aethys with all the heat and fury of the earth. If I must.
The death of thousands now could prevent the death of millions later.
Dark, inky tears fall from Andra's eyes.
Sacrifices of the few protect the futures of the many. You cannot let your petty, mortal feelings blind you to the urgency of the dilemma Aethys has thrust upon us.
You will mind upon whose ground you tread.
The Pallid Knight watches you with keen, predatory eyes. The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, whilst many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath only the Pallid Knight.
My end comes to all things in time. Should Aethys care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Magrin tests the edge of her broadsword with a...
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn. So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions in...
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
We can wait no longer to act. Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans. To live is a choice, and you yet draw breath. Drink deep of the air, Watcher. We have work yet to do.
The warmth of the Pallid Knight's breath blows soft. Water begins to creep across the floor. You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The currents pull. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then the gods are gone, but you remain.
Why not?
This is...
That's not very helpful.
That's it!
What say?
Worth and rough! You like that? Oh my shit!
What say? Yours to command, Captain.
That's it.
Have my attention. Protect yourself.
I will swallow you whole.
Bye, friends.
Missed.
Yeah? Nobody's too tall.
Come now, step into the light.
See, let's go.
Now, what can I do for you? You see anything you like? Now, what, you see anything you like? You let me... will do, I say.
Watcher, I was wondering if I could run something by you. Well, to put it simply, I've tried, but I can't get you out of my thoughts and dreams. You do? I hope that's a good sign then. Forgive my audacity. I know I've got no place to. I was wondering if you might return the sentiment. Why would I believe, or hell even think, the Watcher himself could be interested in me? I'm almost afraid to believe it. That you would want me just as much and fierce. But darned if it doesn't make me so very, very happy. If you're sure you'll have me, I'll do my best to stand tall by your side. You'll see, I'll make you proud yet. You and my... But you best know it now. I'm not a woman to share. Sakes alive. Watcher, I thought you might. There's so much I've longed to try and to see. Let me turn my lantern low. I want nothing but... That was divine. Surely, Watcher, you are a blessing from gone.
You return. What say, friend? Akira, you've restored to us a piece of our history. The Queen thanks you, my friend. We are a step closer to...
Hey, you the Watcher? Try being friendlier. Make more friends that way. Stinking ground meat. Arkhamir, the Great Master, has returned. Invites you to join him at the estate. Says you know where that is. But whoever has time, you'll have to make time. Find Master in his study. Don't be late.
Well, that was faster than I anticipated. I had hoped for more time to work with the Queen on her formal apology, but I will have to accelerate our plan. Thank you again, truly. This may be our most meaningful step towards Ukaizo. We just...
On the bright side, if he wanted to kill us, he probably wouldn't have bothered with the imp.
May Helia smile upon your endeavor.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say. Have you found Matario Cozy? Ask. Whatever I know is for you. Just so. Do not leave me in suspense, I say.
You delight in touching exotic animals, Akira?
Me? I suppose. Much as the next fella.
Far from these shores lies a garden of anemone. What say we go together?
Oh, if that's those things that tickle you...
My brothers and sisters have set sail for Neketaka.
The belly of the great eat with joy, not hunger, does the great. The jaws of Tangaloa gnash about Arawa time. His cannon fire echoes in the ears of slumbering gods. Akira, you chill.
I thought the tribes needed them to calm the weather.
A greater storm surrounds this place. We must answer the call of the Kahanga. If the outsiders do not trample us first.
Do not leave me in suspense. If you have questions, the royal brother will hear you. Shortage. Are the Raparu not fed the leavings of the Kwaru and Mataru? It is no wonder how Delver's Row won the love of my people, I say, by feeding them when we could not. Find us solutions instead of old problems, I say. Ikira, if one framed it that way, I would dredge up the resources to feed the Raparu if the meat must come from my own body. The work of keeping pace with our... If you have more to say, I am not above listening. Ikira, both topics I know well. Akira, as the largest and most prosperous, I say Onikaza and I are... My sister has mastered the diplomat's tongue, and I am foolish. But Akira, I pray we agree on much, I say. The prosperity of the Huana. In the trading companies, Onikaza sees Worika testing us. I see Ngate sending krakens of gold and iron against our ship. But it is the same in the city as anywhere in the Deadfire. I am not the first to say it, but Nekataka has more walls than beaches. Nowhere in the city does a Raparu sit around the same fire as a Mataru. What man or woman of the Isles does not? Our ancestors built this place. We are the hermit crab who occupies a... It is for my sister and her priestage. My sister would say that Ukaizo is the birth canal of the tribes, and we are... Ask Onikaza if you would know more. It is the same in the city as anywhere in the Deadfire. Mataru, I am not the first to say it, but Nekataka has... Nowhere in the city does a Raparu sit around. You speak as if it is not. Our ancestors built this place. It is for my sister and her priest to judge the...